Hi, this is Jan of the Jan Files. I hope you will remember to subscribe. Today I'm going to talk about the evidence that we have or that we know. Let me put it this a different way, that we know the Justice Department has. Okay. And it's not just lists, folks. It's not just lists of names and list of names unfortunately, whatever, are not going to indict anybody. Okay, what will is hardcore evidence. And so, even though there are logs uh, going back 20 years of who went to the island, his little island, and also logs of who traveled on his plane called Lolita Express. Okay, Lolita Express. So we know that. We also know that from those files have been a lot of redacted names. Okay, but there's far more than that. And how do I know this? Well, it's easy, folks. I dug into the trial transcripts from Ghislaine Maxwell's trial and looked at the testimony by FBI agents. So what did they collect? They collected binders and more binders, binders with CDs, binders with photographs, binders labeled girls, I think it's girls' naked pics. There were hard drives. There is so much other kind of evidence, videotapes, that we have not seen. Okay? I don't know that we ever will, because I have no faith in Donald Trump. This Justice Department is a joke. And then we have other players like Elon Musk, who thinks this is all kind of a game, right? He's pissed at Donald Trump, so he says, oh, and Donald Trump, Epstein files. Then the other day, whether it was yesterday or the day before, I'm not sure, he talks about the Democrats that are all over the files. Well, you know what, folks? Let it rip. Let's see. Let's know. I don't care if Democrats are on these files. Anyone who participates in raping young girls and young women deserves, at a minimum, to go to jail for life. But I am horrified that not only Elon Musk, Steve Bannon, and other people who have knowledge of this, more detailed knowledge, because they interviewed Epstein in the case of Bannon, but Elon Musk, this is what he thinks is being a good American, making a game out of this. Oh, here, let me dangle this over you. Let me just dangle this over you. Oh, yeah, but there are also Democrats in there. I don't care, as I've said before. Anyone who did this deserves to be punished. And anyone making a game out of this deserves to be punished. So spare me Donald Trump's different explanation depending on the day. Okay? Anyone who believes that is a moron. Secondly, there is another Republican congressman with the last name of Kelly who has come out trying to make Ghislaine Maxwell a victim. She is a monster. She is the one who made it possible for Jeffrey Epstein to rape these young women and farm them out to other men. She was found guilty for a reason. Read the transcripts like I have. Okay? There is no doubt, folks. So anybody who's now trying to make her a victim, what is this, a play for her to get out or be pardoned by Trump because it really was not her fault? And why is she now in a minimum security prison where sexual predators are not supposed to be? You realize that, right? Sexual predators are not supposed to be in a minimum security prison. So we have a lot of options here. Why did that happen? Well, you could say, well, they want her to be more available in the sense of available to other people doing other things to her. Or you could say, we want to make her comfortable. This was part of the deal with Todd Blanche. I'm not saying it was, I don't know. But Mr. Blanche, who is the, I think it's the assistant attorney general, whatever, he's under Bondi. They're both, never mind. Anyway, he went, as we both know, and spent hours meeting her for 2 days. As we all know, nothing that we know has come from that except for her moving, right? She moved to a new, nice, comfy prison. So what, I don't know what that means. You can speculate and I can speculate. But I'm going to tell you, they're going to do their best to minimize this, to kind of pick it apart, with Mr. Kelly or Representative Kelly saying, oh, she is a victim. Bullshit. And I'm going to say to everyone, including Mr. Blanche, who does have children, who does have daughters, what are you going to say 10 years from now? Because you're young enough. 10 years from now, when it all comes out, because it will. I promise you it will. And what are you going to say to your daughters? That you participated in this cover-up? That's what I want to know. I want to know what these men and women who are participating in this, Bondi and other people, are going to say to their children or their grandchildren when this information comes out. Oh, yeah, I participated in this. I was part of the cover-up. Or, it's all a lie. What are they going to do? What do they think their kids are going to think of them? Because I know what I think of them. The idea that whatever his title is, Deputy Attorney General or whatever, was his private lawyer is such a conflict of interest and such a joke that anybody on this planet thinks that that is a good idea when they're supposed to represent the American people. The Justice Department, folks, is supposed to represent us, not Donald Trump, not his wackos, not anyone but the American public, and it's the last goddamn thing they're doing. So if you care about young girls, you should be apoplectic right now, because this is utter nonsense and utter bullshit. And call out the Elon Musks. Well, there's only one asshole called Elon Musk, but call him out. This is horrendous that he thinks this is a funny goddamn game. It's not. Women have killed themselves because of this. We know for sure of one. I know others have tried according to their testimony. I can't imagine, given the hundreds of women who were their victims, that there aren't others. But I don't know that for a fact, so I'm not claiming that as a fact. All I'm going to say is, do not let your outrage diminish. Do not let this go away. This deserves full sunlight, no matter who is involved. Thank you.